Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go. And yeah, hello once again, and when we're going to continue where we left off. Yeah, so I went back to redo the conclave, the entire goddamn thing, for a dickish move to make Peru not die. So yeah, so now he's alive in this new timeline, so let's continue to face to face. And if you feel like it's a bit of a cop-out, that I'm not doing it right, screw you. My story, my opinion.
I don't understand. I spoke to him only recently.
Monsieur Peru has lost his mind. It's obvious.
Yet another way for the French to make a spectacle of themselves. Well, once again, it has worked.
My friends, let us settle down, please. We are all in shock, of course. Let us celebrate Louis's courage. He enabled us to avert a tragedy.
Yes, that was very noble of you, Louis.
You have given us all a fine lesson in courage.
Thank you.
He owes you his life. That's quite something.
That madman deserves to die.
We are providing Monsieur Peru with care, but rest assured, he is no longer a danger to himself or anyone else. I think everyone needs a little rest. Can you stay a moment?
Of
Okay,
course.
what do you want now? Okay, 3 more books. Probably one for occultism, agility, and logic. I will take. What does Lord Mortimer want now? Did his little favor.
Louis, I wanted to thank you personally. I admire what you did to save Monsieur Peru's life. You have given us all a wonderful lesson in courage.
Don't mention it, my lord. You would have done the same. I was just quicker.
Ah, humility is a fine quality, sir.
Where is he now?
In his room. I've sedated him. I don't want him trying to take his life again. Or, worse yet, attacking one of the guests. When in despair, Monsieur Peru is clearly a dangerous man.
I don't know what Mortimer is up to, so why was he terrified of you?
Tell me, my lord. Can you think of any reason why he would be so terrified of you?
Terrified? Come now, that's a bit harsh. I think he was simply unable to put things into perspective. I see no reason to fear me. Ask President Washington. I don't believe I'm such a difficult friend.
Having spoken to him, I can assure you that he feared you even more than death itself. Had he disappointed you in any way recently?
Of course, he was on the edge. He was desperate, and it grew noticeable in his work. Our collaboration was probably coming to an end, but I certainly didn't feel the need to threaten him, ever.
But without you, no more support, no more money. It was an end to his social status. If you lost, he lost everything, didn't he?
No, not his life.
Thanks to me, I guess. On that note, my lord, I'll be leaving you. Have we covered everything?
Absolutely. Oh, Louis,
Uh,
one more thing, please.
What now?
I wanted to thank you for your support during the conference. You've made the right choice, and it gives me tremendous satisfaction to have you with me on this project.
It's worth
What is at stake is worth it, my lord. Now, I won't hide from you the fact that I have no idea by what miracle we could ever get a unanimous vote.
Trust me, Louis. We still have a few more cards to play. You'll see. Anything can happen in politics.
I'll see you later, my lord.
That's true. Anything can happen. Let's just head back to my room. Maybe we should check Peru on the way back. Just to make sure he's okay.
to you or to someone else? Impossible to tell with you people.
Yes, sir.
Your yes is not sufficient. Tell the others, for crying out loud. Remember to close my window once you've done my room. This isn't Corsica, you know. I'm freezing.
Of course, sir. I'll see to it straight away.
Good. Proceed.
Yes, sir.
Monsieur Bonaparte.
Louis, once again, bravo for what you did. If it weren't for you, Peru would have blown his brains out. You've got courage. I like this. We just lost the vote for the next conference, and we already had fewer votes than Holm. I must absolutely find a solution.
Yes indeed. But I believe if Lord Mortimer is still confident, it's because he still has a few cards up his sleeve.
I hope so. I sincerely hope so. Unfortunately, that vote of Godoy you acquired is probably not going to suffice.
Well, it's still more than what you've done, isn't it?
I see you have a short fuse, monsieur. As someone who just started a war with Spain, if I were you, I wouldn't get on my high horse so quickly. In short, we haven't a minute to lose. I'll leave you now.
Just a minute. Why did Duchess Hillsborough go and see you last night?
Ah, I see that it bothers you not to know. I've half a mind to send you on a wild goose chase. The Duchess simply came to persuade me to change sides. But rest assured, with the most honorable intentions. Now, Louis, time is running short, and as I said, I'm in a hurry. I have to go now. I will see you later.
There's Peru. Maybe I can go in and check to make sure he's
Sorry,
okay.
sir, but you cannot go through. We have very clear instructions from Lord Mortimer. Monsieur Peru must rest.
He was clearly on about something. Something was troubling him. But guess I should trust the staff then. Let me check. It's tower and I'm just gonna check. There may be some last minute things we didn't know about.
What do you want from me, de Richet? Get on with it. I'm busy.
I wanted to speak to you about the conference.
Listen, you chose your side. You had every possible reason to make the right choice, but you preferred to commit yourself to Mortimer. Good luck, because it's a lost battle. The subject is closed. Anything else?
As I was passing by your room, I wondered if you'd made any progress with your search for the Al-Azif.
Do you remember our little discussion last time, de Richet?
Indeed, I do.
So, please go straight to hell and stop wasting my time.
What a tragedy about Mr. Peru.
Are you joking? That bonehead had it coming to him.
How can you say that?
Ever since I found out that footprints incriminating him were found next to Elizabeth's body. You can be sure that given the opportunity, I would have put a bullet in his mouth myself.
Excuse me, this is the wrong room.
Clearly, Wolf is hiding something as well. Sorry about that, just needed to take care of something, but anyway. So yeah, with no further delay, so let's head back towards our room. On the other side. Oh.
Your Eminence.
Ah, Louis. Well done, my son. You may well have saved our lives. Who knows what that madman was capable of?
It was a reflex reaction.
And modest as well. Sarah would be proud of you. It's not going to help matters for Mortimer. Now he has one less vote for the conference.
You don't seem too affected by it, though.
Louis, I do not appreciate your remark, which I will put down to the indiscretions of youth. I am here in the interests of the Holy See. But I am above all a Christian, and it hurts me to see lost souls take a wrong turn.
Of course. Of course.
I hope that Monsieur Peru's act will help you reconsider your choice, Louis. Sincerely, see where his support for Lord Mortimer got him. And what will your mother say when she finds out that you have triggered a war with your amateur diplomacy? This cannot be serious, really.
Thank you for your advice, Your Eminence.
Think nothing of it, Louis. See you later.
Well, I better get going. Just past next door and we're home free. So I guess it's nighttime now.
Next time, I'll listen to my mother. Not a day has gone by without something happening to me. What now?
Louis, open up, please.
Coming, Mr. President, I'm coming.
What does he want?
Louis. Ah, there you are at last.
Yes,
I just saw your mother. She was accompanied by Emily, and they both went into the Duchess's room. I tried to join them, but I was refused entry. Louis, this does not bode well.
Oh, shit. Emily might want to avenge your sister. I must act quickly.
You're right, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Emily Hillsborough. She went to her room, so... Not this way. The other way.
I do believe that's Emily's voice.
going on in there.
I can't understand what she's saying.
Alright, you know what, I'll try opening the door.
I do believe that's Emily's voice.
Let's pick the lock.
I can't open it. It must be blocked on the other side. I'll have to find another way in, quick.
Alright. We could use the windows, but they would require access to Bonaparte or Peru's room. And I need to check Peru, so maybe I can use Peru's door. And he'll give me a good idea if he's doing okay. What the?
Come on, for Christ's sake, Peru. Wake up! De Richet, what do you want?
Oh, great. He doesn't look inclined to let me pass. Get rid of him.
Don't make me repeat myself, de Richet. What are you here for? You wouldn't be in cahoots with Peru by any chance now, would you?
Okay, what do we know about diversion?
What am I doing here? I could ask you the same question. This isn't your room, as far as I know.
Don't go trying one-upmanship with me. I have a very good reason to be here.
And what would that be?
Find a way of getting rid of him, Louis. Otherwise, he won't leave you alone.
I am persuaded that Mortimer has a secret room somewhere in the manor.
Ooh.
If I'm here, it's obviously because Peru must know where it is. But you might even know about it. Do you?
Oh, he probably knows about the secret room. No.
I haven't the foggiest idea.
As if by chance. You are hiding something from me.
Ah, god dang it.
I don't believe you for a single second.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, I do. It's in his study.
What?
Yes. Under his desk, you'll find a pedal which moves the painting on the wall behind. You can't miss it. It's the Nightmare.
And have you been inside?
He's probably not gonna believe me, but
Yes. You type 1191 into the door mechanism, and you're done.
I'll go and see in his study. But I'm warning you, de Richet. If you're taking me for a ride, I'll make you regret it.
Right. That's one thing out of the way.
let's make sure at least he's okay.
Let's see what he has on him.
Communication techniques.
He's in a catatonic state. I've seen patients after a major trauma before, but nothing like this. Mortimer has spared no effort to calm him down.
Observe him?
I wonder who could have done this to him. I know Lord Mortimer gave him something, but even the strongest opiates don't have this effect. It's as if his body is no longer responding. Pupils totally dilated and unresponsive. Pulse extremely slow and faint. No reaction to any stimuli. It's the first time I've come across something like this. I don't even know how he's able to stay seated.
No, leave me alone.
Monsieur!
I don't want to.
Monsieur Peru!
No. I won't. No, don't touch her. No!
Oh, man. I don't know what Mortimer has given him, but He's not looking all there.
Alright, I'll just leave him be, but... Man, what the frick did Mortimer do to this guy? He's like a vegetable or something at this point, but that's not the point right now. And now Wolfgang knows about the secret studies. Yeah, he doesn't know about the other room, so that's a good thing. Did not let him know where the other room is. But right now we have to save Mother.
Huh. It's as if there are several people inside.
Once again, you're the one who's the victim in all this. What are you on
Two
about now?
coils circle the
I should
lock.
never have told you what happened to me. That's how it works, and you know it full
Let's
well. I'm not that
safe
naive.
crack it open.
I know you inside out.
Honey?
Stop. We'll end up losing everything.
Dear Gregory, thank you for the information. I've managed to find out about the names you gave me. George Washington is a man you can trust. In spite of his obvious talent for politics, he has remained upright and honest. On the other hand, as you may well know, he is already doing business with Lord Mortimer. It will be more difficult to approach him. Napoleon Bonaparte was unknown to me until today. He's a passionate young French soldier for whom Mortimer predicts a promising future. Take heed. He is a man of conviction, which to my mind makes him potentially dangerous. As for Sarah de Richet, what more is there to say? You already know each other. She was apparently invited by Lord Mortimer about an ongoing matter in Paris that concerns a receiver in stolen art. See you soon. Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
All right. I've retrieved everything. A letter from William Pitt the Elder addressed to Emily. He was the English Prime Minister. This letter dates from 15 years ago now. Madam, I shall...
Oh god, what the hell?
What on earth is... You... Mother?
How dare you do this to me? You can talk. After everything
Wait,
I've
what?
done for you. You are joking, I hope. Right?
Wait, I thought
gave
you were
my
dead!
life. That's enough, Emma. Now that Louis is here, you will leave Sarah alone. Cease your revenge immediately. What? If you think you're going to... Louis, help me, I beg you. I can no longer reason with her. I am Emily. Quit playing games. What? Honestly, don't be ridiculous. No. I am Emily. You...
Okay, so now we have to tell the difference which one is the real Emily. So, Emily.
Wasting your time.
Psychiatry.
Louis knows very well how to tell us...
And questioning and logic. Doesn't
After
work.
everything we've been through together.
Yes, well...
Don't you dare bring him into this. This is between you and me. I ask for nothing more, so stop taking it out on Sarah. You prissy little bitch. How dare you? Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? You are joking, I hope. I'm the one who told you everything that's been going on while you were away. Go on, then. That's what you want, isn't it? You want to kill me. Go on, then. Shoot. After all the trouble I've gone through to find you. Go on. What are you waiting for? Here, Louis, take this.
Wait, what's going...
An entire life for this. Go on, shoot. Sorry, Louis, I can't shoot her. She's my sister. That's enough, Emma. Louis, out of the way. She's dangerous. Don't trust her. What are you trying to do? Louis, out of the way. I am not Emma. Come on, Louis, tell her who the real Emily is.
Wait,
That's right, Louis. I'm fed up with this little game. Tell him who the real Emily is.
Why do these things always happen to me?
Well, Louis, come on, you know how to tell us apart, right?
Yes, but... I'd like to ask you a few questions to make sure there's no doubt.
Rational, and open, Louis. Let's see. How can I tell them apart? Wait, I've got an idea.
On the night of our arrival, you had asked me what had become of me since we last met in London some years before. What did I answer?
That you are a detective, Louis. You even told me about your adventures regarding some news item. What were they called now? Ah, yes, the chauffeur d'Orgère. I already told her, Louis. I was there.
Right. Let's find something else. Ah, yes. Let's speak about my arrival at the manor.
What did we speak
Once
about?
we'd arrived, we stayed together, warming ourselves in front of the fire in the Great Hall with President Washington. What did we talk about?
We spoke about your mother. The President revealed our membership of the Order to you, and that we had everything to gain by trusting one another, Louis. You remember?
Very well.
Let's try something else.
On the first night, we went up to bed, but I wasn't tired. I went for a little stroll. Do you remember if we saw each other that night or not?
Not at all. Don't think you're going to get away with this deception so easily. I can assure you, you're going to regret pretending to be me once Louis has exposed you.
Right. I don't think I'll get very far like this. I'll have to find something better.
Oh, I don't think I'll even wait until he's finished.
Take it easy now.
Are you mad, Louis?
Lower your arm.
I better act quickly if I don't want things to get out of hand.
Come on, she's putting one over on you. Look at yourself for crying out loud. You were prepared to shoot me down.
In the secret room behind the study. Talk to them about what you've been doing. Maybe they haven't spoken about it between each other yet.
On the night of the disappearance of Elizabeth Adams.
What about it? What do you want to know about that night?
Remember? How did you manage to vanquish the Medusa?
Sword toward the Gorgon. Gorgon toward the shield. Shield toward the sword. Lantern toward the shield. Of course, I told her how to do it. That's enough! I've had enough of this charade. Louis, there's only one way to tell us apart. There's just one thing I didn't tell her about in detail. Too bad for you, Emma. I didn't want it to come to this, but you leave me no choice. Ask her about you and I. You just lost, Emma. I indeed didn't tell you everything about it. Come, Louis. Speak about our intimacy.
Very well. Let's talk about us. Last night, you came to visit me, and I can't help wondering why. Why did you come to my room?
Louis, you must be mistaken. I did not go to your room last night.
And that's where your little game ends, Emma.
Because I never told you about it.
So, there you can't answer.
What? No! You didn't do that. I didn't want you to be jealous of Louis. Remember how you always used to react whenever you felt you were competing against a man? You dirty...
That's enough. I've had enough of this charade.
That's enough, both of you. Now I know who the real Emily is.
Yep, I think Emily's not the one behind. Emily's right in front of me.
You, Emily.
Did I get it right?
No, Louis! She is manipulating you!
No, Emma. It's her. I know it. Despite all the trouble you've gone to put one over on me, I know it is her.
I would call bullshit if this isn't the fake.
Don't think you are going to get away with this so easily. You are going to stop your little game right now. Never. I am Duchess Hill. No.
Emily?
I am the Duchess.
But...
You don't. Dear God, what have I done? See
Mother.
what you've done. See?
Louis?
Mother!
What on earth is...
Go away. You must go. Everyone is going to arrive.
Louis, what's going on?
Duchess?
Explain later.
Is everything all right?
Come on, Louis. There's nothing more you can do.
But I...
Leave us.
Emily, what's going on?
Mother, go to the crypt. I'll meet you there.
I'll be waiting for you.
Emily.
Madam, I am coming in.
It was bound to end like this, Louis. Let me stay with her. Please. Go. I'll cover you.
Okay, thanks. Well, let's get the frig out of Dodge. Yeah, let's head to the crypt. Maybe she can explain more of this insanity. One crazy night after another. So let's head over to the crypt and let's see what Mother has to say. Hopefully she can give us some few straight answers on what the frick is going on.
Good God! They're all here. They must have heard the gunshot.
Where is Lord Mortimer?
Can anyone hear anything through the door?
Yeah,
Did you hear that? I was not dreaming, was I?
Certainly not, Duke Godoy.
What's going on?
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't answering. Gentlemen, go back to your rooms. Go back to your rooms. I shall find out from Lord Mortimer what this is all about. Thank you.
My instructions are clear, sir. No one is to enter.
alright, we don't need to check anyway. Okay. Let's find the quickest way back. Oh, it's probably nighttime at this point. So now I gotta go for several rooms to get back to the garden.
Atrus, the Miller Brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
Oh, just another coin that I missed. Oh boy. And there's the quickest way. Now I have to go all the way back to the crypt and try to figure out what's going on in all this madness. Right back in this stupid hedge maze. What's that? Just some more Clemine water? No, that's not it. Here we go. This is the way back. Okay, let's go and see what our mother has to say about this random aggression of a madness. Hi, the other door is open now.
Louis! At last, there you are.
Mother, wait,
Come, we have to be quick.
No, wait, Mother,
Time is running out, Louis. First, we must...
No! That's enough. I won't go a step further unless you explain to me what is going on here.
Yeah, what is going
I'm begging
on?
you. Talk to me.
You must trust me, my son. You are not ready yet.
You're the one who should trust me. Tell me what's happening.
You would never believe me.
Try me.
I came all the way here for you. Now I've found you. I'm ready, Mother.
If only... Louis, I have always taught you to keep your mind open and logical. I know you are going to find it hard to believe, but what I am going to reveal to you is entirely true.
What now?
Many years ago, I found out that demons really do live among us.
I beg your pardon?
And that they can influence our thoughts.
What?
Mother, listen to yourself. I know you're exhausted, but for crying out loud, listen to what you're saying. Demons? What next? An ancient monster with a head like an octopus? What do your demons look like? Have they got horns and a pointed tail?
No, these are not creatures with billy goat's legs. Forget your Christian folklore. Imagine them more as parasitic spirits. They possess their hosts and direct them from inside.
Parasitic spirits?
Yes, they are capable of going from one body to another as they see fit. And 2 of them are present on this island.
Oh, god damn
Right.
it.
So let me
There's
guess.
2 of them. Let me guess. Mortimer and Hallam.
Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory, right?
You felt it too?
No, even if Home does look the part. But I don't know who else could do it, given that we're on their territory.
Many years ago, well before you were born, I crossed paths with one of them. Since then, I've spent my life trying to find it again. When we recovered the Alizif, I was persuaded that Von Burchard was working for this demon in one way or another. But I thought he would hand the book to a middleman during this conference. That's where I made an error that could well turn out to be fatal. The one who Burchard was meant to give the book to was none other than the demon in person,
Mortimer's the demon.
Not to mention that Home had sent Volner to get it for him.
Home and Mortimer are demons?
Oh,
They both
God.
seem to disagree about many things, but I'll admit I never knew exactly why. There are many of them, Louis, not just those 2.
Mother, have you any proof to support any of this?
Of course, but you do too. You had everything laid out in front of you. Didn't you notice anything?
Well, yeah, in fact. The study...
I went beyond the nightmare, Mother.
You understood the Masonic date.
1191.
Of course! It was during that siege that the demon took possession of Sir Mortimer. They spent a whole night in conversation until the early hours of the morning. Mortimer had passed the test. He had charmed the demon, and so it chose him to be its host for centuries to come. But tell me, did you find his secret study?
I did indeed.
Did you see his maps of the world?
He has contacts the world over.
Yes, I've been developing the Golden Order across the world for many years, and I've never seen anyone with such influence. It's simply inhuman.
Yeah, that's the difference. That's what a demon does.
You mean the conference?
How can you explain that someone manages to bring together so many important figures without anyone knowing?
And without any security or personnel.
Property deed.
Those property deeds across the world, all signed by the same hand and over several centuries.
I am proud of you, Louis.
I found your notes written in lemon juice.
Where all eyes size you up. At one stage, I was so afraid of losing my mind that I noted everything down. Congratulations, Louis. Wait, please tell me you didn't open Pandora's box.
No.
The urn? No, I didn't. Why?
Good. We'll deal with it later.
Wait, that was actually real? I was almost tempted to open it. I almost tempted to open it. The fact that no one knows
I must
him.
admit, I found it difficult to understand how and why Mortimer didn't have a place in history.
On the continent, Mortimer and Holm are mere dandies who organize society balls. History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
That's all
Louis, I am proud of you. You came all this way. You found me. You have surpassed me.
You taught me everything I know. Right. How did it all begin?
I saw him.
What do you mean you saw him?
I was 20 years old. I was young and carefree. I traveled the world in search of adventure. In the Persian Gulf, we came across an ancient grimoire that became unlocked. Composed of 7 parts, each one was a book in itself, set in a sort of metal armor that structured the whole thing. When all the volumes were brought together, they formed a single book. On my return to Paris, I set to studying these pages. I spent all my days and nights studying them.
Oh, I can imagine you doing that.
But the writing was in a language I had never seen before, developed well before Sumerian, in my opinion. So I got the idea to form a small occult circle composed of all the major names in the occult world to see if anyone else could crack it.
And you found no one.
And I found someone, Louis. I found him, or rather he found me. He was young, charismatic, he was flamboyant.
Mortimer?
You mean Mortimer?
He was a veritable mine of knowledge. I showed him the book, and he was able to decipher a few passages. We spent several months together studying the pages.
But how old
He was already old in those days, wasn't he? So you recognized him when you arrived on the island, right?
No, he wasn't in that body. But I know it was him. I swear it was him. The way he spoke, his posture, a few of his intonations, his mannerisms.
Wait a minute. You were talking about 60 years ago. I've lost the thread.
Yes, sorry. He helped me understand certain passages until I realized that he only translated a few parts for me. But I had aroused his interest. It was too late.
How so?
I mean to say he manipulated me. He used me, and in the end, he stole the book with all its secrets.
Did he ever go to your place?
Not once. At least I don't think so. But before disappearing, he proposed a pact between us. He proposed that I follow him and let him teach me, allow him to bring me up.
And you accepted.
Please don't be stupid. You don't make deals with the devil. After that, I spent my whole life looking for him. 3 years later, in Berlin, I just missed him. In London, I lost 6 members of the Order in a chase. In 1741, in Tunisia, I found a sect of fanatics who had crossed paths with him once. 1741, in Poland. 1749, in India.
8 years ago in Venice.
We agreed never to speak about what happened in Venice, Louis.
You agreed, and that was before you spoke to me about demons. Wait, the baby we delivered, you and me, that night in Venice, did he have anything to do with Lord Mortimer?
The child was his son.
He stole his son? Are you insane? I always thought we took him to save him.
That was the case. It was precisely to save him from his father.
Need I remind you the mother died during childbirth? What became of the child?
Later. For the moment, that is not the key issue here. Once we found the Al-Azif in Paris, I followed von Borchart's trail here. I didn't think it would lead me straight to the demon. It was careless of me. He toyed with me for a few days, until I caught on, until I saw him as he was. But he had no intention of letting me leave. We are all his pawns, Louis, and if we don't want to spend the rest of our lives turning round in circles here, we must absolutely get off this island. All right, can we move on?
Wait a minute. One last thing.
What happened?
I want to know what happened with Elizabeth Adams.
Louis, we haven't time for those details.
I'm sorry, Mother. But I want to know.
She was one of the receptacles for these monsters. I met her parents when she was born. One of the demons got inside her. The demon used her to spy on her father, John Adams. He is one of the founding fathers and vice president of the United States, you know.
Mortimer possessed her?
No, I don't think it was Mortimer. Her father, John Adams, hired me to tend to her, but the evil in her was too deep. In spite of the various treatments I tried on her, I never succeeded in getting it out of her. It's not something I'm proud of, Louis, but I had to try everything.
Who killed her?
Do you know who killed her?
Absolutely not.
Oh, great. So the killer could still be out there. So what happened?
I want to know what happened between you and Emily's sister.
Great responsibility often brings difficult choices, Louis. That's all you need to know.
Now tell me everything.
Mother, I won't take a step further if you don't answer me.
You did. Blackmail me?
Okay, so I gain 1 skill point in manipulation.
I'm listening.
All right, I used her. So there you are. Happy now? We had the Al-Azif, and I didn't think we would be able to escape with it. In order to ensure that the book did not fall into their hands, or that one of them couldn't read in us where we had hidden it, I asked Emily to...
Emma.
Yes, or rather for me, it was Emily. So I asked Emma to hide it without anyone seeing. And then I disposed of her. I am sorry for her, but she was part of the Golden Order, Louis.
She died?
She knew the rules when she joined.
No, she came back.
What did you negotiate about the Al-Azif with Volner?
Absolutely nothing. I managed to pull the wool over his eyes until I found a way to flee.
Whoops, that's not good.
What was going on with the cannons in Tuscany?
It was nothing.
Since when does the Order finance wars?
The cannons for that Bonaparte fellow? Listen, once in the lion's den, I did whatever I could to appear legitimate. So yes, I pretended to be interested in Mortimer's project about a young military man who was seeking funding for a foundry in Tuscany. Between you and me, if buying China would have enabled me to escape, I would have signed without hesitation.
I found your
Samuel
letter at
Ritter
the
du
wharf.
Choix. You wanted to send me a letter about Godoy.
I wanted you to run a check on Duke Manuel. But frankly, it doesn't really matter anymore now. Godoy is just a pawn like the others. He is not the one I was looking for.
Why did you hide your stuff from by the wharf?
You know, I found your package under a wharf plank.
As a matter of fact, I needed it yesterday. I wasn't expecting anyone to take it.
Sorry.
On the evening of my arrival, Cardinal Piaggi came looking for you. He was determined to give you a letter.
More of his lists. Louis, I think I know what's in that letter, and I beseech you to believe that it is the least of our worries. We can sort that out later.
Your
Are you going
hand?
to tell me what happened to your hand?
Better than that, I shall show you.
Go on,
Good.
it's alright.
I think that's about right. We shall speak about it once we get back to France.
Great actions for humanity have been decided by demons for centuries, Louis. They are playing with our destiny. We are their slaves. And it's time for it to stop. By the way, what was Mortimer's project at this conference?
He wants the United States to occupy all the North American territory. France should recover Louisiana and give it to the United States. In that case, the Americans would just have to push west to chase the Spanish from the continent once and for all.
And as Mortimer controls Washington, you may just as well say that it will put him at the head of a world superpower. We should do our utmost to put a stop to Mortimer's plans. But for the time being, there are more pressing matters.
So we know it's bad, so we shouldn't help
Are you
Mortimer
going to tell
at
me
this
why
point.
we're here?
There. That's why we are here.
What the frick is that thing? Thief. Ah, so close to a level up. Oh boy. I guess we have a lot to do.
Reassure me, we aren't going to have to force that one, are we?
I don't think we're even capable of doing it. You're going to have to find a way to open it.
Why, of course. And what's inside?
Something to vanquish them with?
Perfect. So, how does it open?
We'll need several keys.
Oh,
I found a note from the architect who conceived the mechanism in Mortimer's secret study. We have to first gather 6 objects before we try anything.
Are your 6 objects the keys?
Exactly. We have the Clement III cross, the nails, the Gutenberg Bible, the exegesis of Judas, an armillary sphere, and all we need to match up the dates between the different calendars.
Some
nails?
Don't ask me. I'm not the one who made the mechanism, you know. When I arrived, there were already a few of them inserted, so I didn't have to worry about those. On the other hand, I remember seeing some in Mortimer's secret study, behind his nightmare.
In a golden cup? Yes. Yes, I saw them too.
Perfect. It will be easy for you to find them then. You need 3 of them.
Very well.
Okay.
You remember what to do about the rollers. 1191 to enter, and 6466 to exit.
Of course.
Yeah, I kind of screwed that.
Why a cross?
Well, I haven't the foggiest idea, but it just so happens that's what you are going to use to activate the mechanism. I found the one Mortimer kept. It belonged to Cardinal Guibert, better known by the name of Pope Clement III.
Perfect. Where is it?
Unfortunately, I've lost it. When I
God
lost
dang
my
it.
hand, I went dashing out, and it must have fallen from my pocket.
She ought to make an effort to
Remember, Mother. I'm certain you can remember.
Let me think.
You were running.
I was bleeding to death.
You remember the pain.
I thought I was going to faint. Yes, I remember. I don't think it can be far, can it?
Would you have lost it outside?
No, I don't think so. It must be in the area. I don't remember going up with it.
Perfect. I'll search the crypt before leaving.
The exit of Judas?
Exegesis. Anything else?
Did you manage to vanquish the Medusa?
To open the chimney? Yes, absolutely.
So you've already come across it. It's the Bible of Judas that is exposed in the secret room behind the chimney.
Why do they call it an exegesis?
Because that's what it is, and not an apocryphal Bible, strictly speaking. It's the study of a text with a summary, not an actual Bible. Anyway, well done for the Gorgon. You did well. You didn't get tricked by the light bouncing back.
Thanks. Do you think I can take it safely?
We haven't got a choice, Louis. Without it, we won't be able to work out this cursed mechanism.
Others? The good
There's
thick
one in
Bible?
the portrait gallery.
That's right.
You still believe it's in the tower room, don't you?
I don't know. There is only one way to find out, though.
Right. I shall go and see.
Alright.
There's one in the portrait gallery.
Yes, but it's enormous. If you don't want to have to go back and forth several times, then I suggest you get a smaller one.
What did you do then?
I didn't think I'd need one. I started without one, and I lost my hand before I did need one. And you can see the result.
What do you mean by the concordance of dates, exactly?
Don't worry about that. We already have them. They are written on the back of the message I just gave you.
And that's it.
One last thing before you go.
What?
Be very careful. If you come across anyone, they can all potentially be spies of Mortimer or Holm. Don't ever confide in anyone because a demon can slip inside them at any moment.
Wait, not all of them, though. Take Washington.
Especially Washington. He's been conditioned by Mortimer for years. Look at them, for crying out loud. How do you explain their behavior otherwise? The most influential politicians in the Western world gather together without the least protection, without a single aid to assist them, to participate in a conference during which the guests start dropping like flies. Me, Adams, Peru, Hillsborough. Look at the number of calamities that have happened over the past few days. And not one of them has asked to leave the island? Do you find that normal? You'll see. Go up to the manor to look for the keys, and I wager not one of them will speak to you about my being in Emily's room.
Do you think so?
Go on, you'll see. And come back with all the objects in one go. Time is against us. And remember, the code to get out of the secret office is 6646.
Oh boy, we got a lot to do. So, we got a lot of reading. Let's do this. So I guess we have a lot to do. First, we gotta find all those items.
Chinese coin. Famous cross of Clement III.
Aha!
And one key.
Links.
Found.
Okay, so we got the cross. Honey, thank you. Link to, God. Alright, well, we got a lot to do. Now we have to get the egg cartridges, the element sphere, the nails, the Bible. To get the Bible... in the clock tower. Alright, let's head up. Anything on the first floor that we can do super quick? We found some nails. Label, use the portrait gallery. Which way? It's yeah, I think that's the way to the portrait gallery. And I forgot how to do the Gorgon puzzle again. Do I really have to do the Gorgon puzzle? Oh, God. It's been a goddamn long time since I did that one. But if we get it out of the way, we can get it done quick.
Right. It's definitely an armillary sphere, but I have to find one that I can take with me. Otherwise, I risk drawing too much attention to my comings and goings. Now, where can I find a smaller one?
I think I may have an idea where.
Let's see if the statues are in place yet. The sword toward the Gorgon. That's good. It's in the right place. That statue is not positioned correctly.
Let's check the other one.
Shield toward the sword. Now that's good. The statue is already in the right place. The lantern is already in the right position, turned toward the shield. That statue is not positioned correctly.
I think it was to the lantern, right?
That statue is not positioned correctly. The Gorgon always attacks the best protected. That statue is not positioned correctly.
Shield. There we go.
Open sesame.
Okay, so let's go in, grab the book, and book it.
The Ring of the Nibelungs. Even if Mortimer is several centuries old, I don't see what part he has in this legend.
Where's the goddamn book? Looking for a book. There it is.
So that's the exegesis of Judas.
The
I hope Mortimer doesn't read it very often. Otherwise he's going to notice that someone's stolen it. But that's just too bad. I need it.
Okay, that's the exegesis of Judas. You believe this?
So that's Pandora's box? An urn? Mother seemed worried that I was able to open it. I wonder why. Right. I've got what I need. Now let's not waste any more time.
Alright, got the book. The exegesis. I think I may have saw one in... Not that way. We'll have to go the other way. I think I may know who has one. Hopefully he's not there. In Wolfgang's room. But Wolfgang knows about the secret study, so yeah, I'm in trouble with that. Hopefully he doesn't complicate things. And taking its sweet ass time to load. Alright. I think I know where I can get this sphere. The tower room. Room, the secret Mortimer's study. I think I only need 3 and 1 for Wolf's room. So the Bible should be here, this way. Now we have to find the damn Bible.
Ah, Louis. Glad you're here.
Blasted. He's gonna... How about my mother?
Come and see what I've found. There are pieces of paper in the ashes of the chimney. Someone's been burning something here.
Incredible. He doesn't seem to want to speak to me about what happened between my mother and the Hillsborough sisters.
Show me a little.
Look, it's possible to distinguish 2 different writing styles.
The rest of the correspondence between my mother and Emma.
Someone tried to burn an exchange of messages. I'm certain there must be more.
Shit. What on earth is he doing?
I see. I know what it's about.
Do you know who was doing their communicating in this room?
Yes, but of course we must keep it to ourselves, because it is still a sensitive matter. Volner and Elizabeth had an affair. Volner hinted that he'd found a way to remain discreet about it. I admit it is ingenious.
Well, I would never have guessed.
Delighted to have helped, but I still have to find my mother.
Of course. We shall see each other later in that case.
Wasted enough time. The Bible.
Oh God, if any other people.
Dante's Paradise.
Raise your head and be reassured. For what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
Hey, look, there.
No, I don't see anything.
Come, Louis, look. Someone's clearly drawn a 4 in the dust. I have a clue.
I better take the Bible before he works his way back to it. The Bible's still there.
Oh, that's the Bible. Oh my God.
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
Oh. An amber piece. Gold elixirs. We got the Bible. Let's bounce. Oh, got away with the Bible. Okay, next, I think the next door would be Von Wolfmer's, and we can borrow his spear. Probably wouldn't notice if that's what it is in Wolfmer's room. Hopefully he's not there. There it is.
An armillary sphere. Perfect. That will save me some time. I only hope that he isn't going to realize it right away.
Okay, I got it. Now for the last one. In the study. That's down. I need to go to this one. Grab the nails and be done. Oh god, Wolf knows what the secret room is. Oh god. Hopefully he doesn't know about the nails. And taking its sweet time to load. It was 1191.
This time, it'll be a lot quicker. If I remember rightly, the code was 1191.
1191. Code is still the same. Back into his creepy room.
Of course. It's locked.
Still locked. And the maps are gone. So we're only here for the nails.
There. Those are the nails I was looking for. I noticed they were old and rusty, but I hadn't noticed these traces of... Could that be blood? Is it really the relic of the Holy Cross? I can hardly believe it. A hand of tarot cards. The Emperor, symbol of power and stability. Temperance, which expresses a reward. And the Chariot, that evokes triumph. If this hand is anything to go by, Mortimer's destiny promises to be glorious.
Still don't know what this is.
Looks like obsidian or onyx. It must weigh a ton. What on earth could that be?
Probably won't figure out until probably next chapter or so. Microscopes. Know about his mad scientist experimentation.
All right, come on. Let's get out of here. 6466, if I remember correctly.
6466. Alright, let's get back to the crypt. Then try to solve this godforsaken puzzle. Without any honey, so yeah, I'm totally screwed. So, that was probably for the front. Or maybe it was this way. This way, down here, will take me back to the corner. And back over here. Then go into the crypt, and we should be set. Alright. Okay, we're at the beginning of the labyrinth, so we just have to go back through here, up through the top, and we be back to where we're supposed to be. There we go. Slide down. Let's solve this puzzle. I got all the stuff. I got all the components for the puzzle.
So, good. You've managed to gather all the keys.
Yes, that's right. I have everything. What should I start with?
Place the Clement III cross on the console. Then you have to put the nails on the disc of the door.
What hole should I put the nails in?
Well, I can't really advise you there, because I haven't exactly made the best choices myself. All I can say is that you have to insert 1 to choose a town, 1 to choose a chapter, and 1 to choose a verse. Those are Roman numerals on the disc.
What theme did you start with?
As the fresco shows the birth of Christ, I placed 1 nail in Bethlehem, 1 in chapter 2, and 1 in verse 6. The iris opened a little. I thought it was normal. Behind the aperture of the iris, there is a duct in which I put my hand. I felt something like a valve at the bottom. I thought by turning it the door would open, or the iris would open completely, or something else would happen. Instead, I felt something like an axe cut off my hand. I really thought it was the end of me.
What did you do then?
Well, although I had made some unfortunate choices, I was lucky in that Mortimer was well stocked with drugs. I raided his supplies of medicine.
Okay,
Alright,
I can begin.
my turn now.
Go ahead, impress me. I'll shut up and let you concentrate.
Okay, put the cross.
The fresco clearly shows the birth of Christ.
Louis, I can assure you that that is not the solution to this enigma. This fresco's only purpose is to mislead. I know that now. Please, focus on another theme about Christ.
Well, I'll have to trust her. Yes, it's definitely a representation of the birth of Christ, but some of the details have flaked away. I can't see any other clues. One thing is for sure, this enigma deals with the life of Jesus, like my mother said.
Is to think of the...
You could see that the paint has come off in parts. Difficult to see what was there, but I can distinguish the letters N-R-I. Nothing more. Why, of course. They're part of the initials I-N-R-I that you can find on the cross of Jesus at his crucifixion.
Okay, so something to do with crucifixion, so... where was it? In the Bible.
This exegesis contains comments from Judas on the different Gospels. It only contains certain chapters and verses, and the chapters are indicated by Roman numerals. The lexicon refers to different chapters and verses from the exegesis of Judas.
Names. The crucifixion.
Chapter 19, verse 17. Jesus was crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3793, in a place near Jerusalem. The Romans put a crown of thorns on his head.
Find an equivalent.
Chapter 19, verse 17. And he, bearing his cross, went forth into a place called the place of a skull, which is called in the Hebrew Golgotha, where they crucified him, and 2 others with him, on either side, and Jesus in the midst. Chapter 19, verse 17.
1917.
Jesus was crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3793, in a place near Jerusalem. The Romans put a crown of thorns on his head. Chapter 19, verse 17. And he, bearing his cross, went forth into a place called the place of a skull, which is called in the Hebrew Golgotha, where they crucified him, and 2 others with him, on either side, and Jesus in the midst.
Golgotha.
Chapter 19, verse 17. And he, bearing his cross, went
Yes,
forth
yes,
into
I
a
got it
place
now.
called the place of a skull, which is called in the Hebrew Golgotha, where they crucified him, and 2 others with him, on either side, and Jesus in the midst.
Golgotha 1917. Golgotha, the 19th, 17th.
It works.
Well done, Louis. I hadn't seen those other wheels. Try connecting the theme to see if it goes all the way.
There must surely be a connection between the wheels. There are different icons on this wheel, but it looks like some of them can't be connected to the other wheels.
Mother, what do you think?
As I told you, I didn't get that far. Nevertheless, these icons do represent moments in the life of Christ.
Look at this. There are notches between each of the wheels. So, I have to link the name of the town from the theme I've chosen to an icon, then to a date, and finally, the date to the moon. This wheel represents the different moons. In the occult sciences, we represent the full moon by an X. As for the dark moon, called the new moon, in cults, well, it's often associated with something harmful. This wheel contains several symbols made up of 1 or 2 figures and 1 letter. The highest figure does not exceed 31, and each letter corresponds to a month of the year. A for April, and M for March. I think these symbols must represent a specific date.
Oh god. Alright. I think I may have figured it out. Hopefully I'm right. Gonna plug my hand in.
I can feel the lever at the bottom.
Good luck.
Did I get it right, though? I think I may have got it. Do it.
I never doubted you,
Oh,
my
I
son.
did it! Oh god, yes. And logic. Oh my god. Kill up. Logic level 2. Ooh, thank you, game. I found my mother's lost cross. Ah, I could have done that with manual Gordy, but never mind. But I got level 11. Not enough for level 12. Okay, so I have 4 points now, so I want to study it on. Okay, 1 for manipulation, of course. 11 more. I don't think I can get the extra pages. but I think I'll try. Manipulation helps. Let's see, for inventory, I only have just 3 regular books: the Inspector's Journal, questioning, and science, linguistics, and erosion. 2 here, 1. Okay, let's validate. And that's it! I think that's the end of episode 3. So yeah, I know I had to take a break, but... And next time, we will enter chapter 4 of this insanity. So we know that Mortimer and Sir Gregory... Well, I'm not sure... You know, it kind of makes sense with Sir Gregory being a demon. But it still doesn't explain how Emily's sister came back from the dead, so I guess Mortimer was trying to screw with us, I guess, and now we know that Mortimer cannot be trusted, so yeah, I will see you in the next episode of episode 4, and we will get to that next time, so I hope you all enjoyed this 2-part stream, and I'll see you on the next stream of The Council. So until then, have a good day, everybody, and I'll see you next time. So have a good night, and see you next time. Bye!